everything starts on a certain level of unity. And if you look at humanity in the past, then humanity was united, there were small villages, people basically got along. And then, in the process of development, there's a state called individuation. So basically, what was once united, what was once like this one thing, is now beginning to be broken apart into different pieces. And what happens when people are broken apart into different pieces? They begin to reach a state of conflict. Because what was once one and now he's broken up into separate pieces, now obviously every piece wants something for himself. They've lost a sense of unity, they've lost a sense of interdependence, they've lost a sense that your fate is mine and vice versa. So it begins a state of conflict.
Right.
Now,
they feel that the existence of the other actually is against my interest.
Exactly, against my interest. So if I want to succeed, then I have to take advantage of you as much as possible. I have to exploit you, because that will make me better off. Forgetting that if we were once this one cell, and although we've been separated, we're still on some level connected, forgetting about that, forgetting that we're actually built to be connected.
Exactly. So that's already a stage where we lose the sense that we are part of one system.
We lose a sense, yes. That's already in the individuation. The conflict is when we completely lose the sense that we were once connected. We were once one. And then what happens after conflict? Conflict isn't a good state. Conflict is wars, it's crises, it's hunger, it's famine, it's depression. It's everything bad we're seeing in the world today.
Right. So people start making alliances.
They start making alliances. They start figuring out how we can improve that situation. And then there's a state of negotiation. Sorry, this pen is a bit annoying. In other words, how can we start putting the pieces back together again? Now, the incredible part is that after this negotiation, there comes another level of unity, but it's not the same unity. It's unity on a much higher level. It's unity that forms a much more sophisticated being. Because that's actually the entire evolution, that every time something develops on a higher level.
It's on the back of awareness of what happens when you're in conflict.
Exactly. It's like these cells, when they already have been through this state of individuation and conflict and negotiation, and they above that create this unity, then it forms like a higher being, a higher level, a higher state. And I think this is, although she speaks about development of biological cells and about the biological level,
it's exactly the process that humanity is going through.
Yeah, I think this exactly fits humanity, and I think right now we're kind of in somewhere in between the state of conflict and the state of negotiation.
I was hoping we are more climbing from the negotiation stage toward the unity.
Yeah, that's definitely maybe what we're aiming for, but unfortunately looking around the world, we see that most of the world is in conflict.
Most of the world is definitely
in conflict, and
that's the prevailing culture.
And it seems like the only thing they're lacking is a method to enable them to negotiate correctly. Because the next state after conflict is negotiation. But it's not working because people don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to start creating these good positive connections. They know it's better for them, they feel it's better for them, but they're lacking a method to do so. I think that's exactly what we're talking about here.
And that's exactly where the Jews come in. Because, now again, it's not like the Jews know about this method. They don't, granted, but because at some point they did, and because we're talking about the evolution of desires, if you remember lesson number 2, then like an unconscious memory of that method and of the existence of that state of unity remains within the Jews. So they are the closest ones to rekindling, to reviving that connection and therefore that perception. And we need to understand that today humanity is so powerful